Have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Coming to you. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run on first down with Evans. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out in a tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5.
And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Evans. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Let's go. They snap it to Tannehill. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. To throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he will have a Jaguars. First down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Jaguars.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just run them and hit.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jayon Brown. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7-0. Jaguars. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-0. 7-
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
Lambeau on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Titans 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, it's Evans.
48 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Evans gets it again on second down.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And they'll run for it with Evans.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point and good by Bullock. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Hooker, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Pulled it good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now up to 14. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Toss left side for Etienne.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 21.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On 1st down, Lawrence
Steps away to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
First down, Jacksonville.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Lawrence being chased out left. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw there taken in by Dorsett.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Man open, it's Goodwin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They go play action with Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Pulling good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Monty Rice in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And he's got his target, Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Evans. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Evans. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll try to surge ahead with Evans. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So give them 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. To return, here's Agnew. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Etienne once more. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Here's Lawrence. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So operating for Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
45. Jaguars 35.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off play action, Tannehill. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 33 yards.
And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Into the score, Titans 45, Jaguars 42.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now it's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Vic Beasley giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They go play action now. Lawrence. Flush to his... And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A handoff for Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone. Almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Evans gets it again on second down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Well, no doubt an electrifying